And now with the things, dengue, man. So I said, come in and see you personal. And you know me, and you know I got to buy you. Alright, you go, the son is the people.
Yeah, good day.
In the name of His High Majesty, Mr. Ras Leon.
Enough love.
Now, I understand the issues that you are concerned about. And as you are aware, we have already tabled a bill in the National Assembly. We are the only government that have addressed this issue in the manner that you would have liked it to be addressed. That's the first point I want to make. Other governments made promises to you which never materialized. We took a bill in the Parliament, but unfortunately we did not have an agreement on the quantum that is to carry non-custodial sentence. We do not believe in a process that is unilateral. We believe that in every aspect of public decision-making that affects the public, we must act consensually, and we must act after consulting the stakeholders. We can't impose a law on the people without an input from the people, because the law will not be obeyed. As a result, we have decided to take the bill to a special select committee. At 2:30 this afternoon, that select committee is meeting to select or elect a chairperson. And that select committee will invite you to make submissions and to make representations to it in its deliberation. And the submissions that you make, the representations that you make, will obviously be taken into account and will be reflected in the final product produced by the Special Select Committee. So, in very short time, your concern should be addressed completely. But as I speak, it is being addressed.
Immediately right now, sir.
So this afternoon, 2 o'clock, 2:30 the Parliament.
Even as we left here, there's still a law that's saying that a man could be arrested for this little bit of stripping.
Yes, that is true.
You
That is true.
There is still such a thing that this thing is, so this leaves them stand become an offense.
My brother, please understand that that law has been there since 1988.
Oppression.
Since 1988.
We know,
all right?
We know who put it
so it will take, everything takes time. You know, we are operating in a COVID pandemic, and as a result, the wheels of government has slowed down. The Parliament is not functioning in the manner that we would like it to function, because half of the Parliament, the staff and so on, are not vaccinated. You have that issue to deal with. You know, the Speaker has contracted the virus about 3 times. So you please take that into account and appreciate that efforts are being made to address your issue.
Mr. AG,
yes,
sir.
sir.
In the meantime, as the grass grows, the heart starves. That's a whole thing. Why can't the bill be suspended for certain amount that people must not be put, like if it's treason or murder we committed?
The law,
we
all
not
right.
be,
All right.
we
have to...
I'm asking a question.
Yes.
If this law cannot be suspended, seeing that the United Nations, the WHO, has suspended all dangerous drug alcohol for the marijuana. This is not a drug anymore. The whole lie, the whole draconian lie has been revealed.
Exactly.
That the marijuana is the healing plant of the nation.
Yeah,
this is our spiritual, our indigenous, and our cultural belief,
I
and
understand.
liberty.
I understand.
And it is being oppressed for over 34 years in this country.
You
That unto this day, in this enlightened day, where the whole world has recognized marijuana for medicinal uses, you know, and other uses, financial gains, and all these things here. And now, in Guyana, this Guyana was supposed to be the land of the free. We as a people has been persecuted for our culture way of life. All the rest of indigenous lifestyle has been recognized in this country, except the Rastaman. The Rastaman been going through persecution too long.
Don't take a sledgehammer to kill an ant.
It's so much, it's years of it, it's so much frustration.
Good.
All the government that come in, the last government, the government before, it's just politics with the sacrament. This is our
emergency. Now, first of all, everything that you have said there is in your interest, and as a government we have to ensure that we address all the interests in a society. Now, there is another view out there that may contradict yours, but we have passed that stage, and we are at a stage where we have a bill to address your concerns, which is a fundamental accomplishment. We cannot suspend the law. Our system doesn't operate that way. We have to pass another law to amend that law or to repeal it completely. We have decided the process of an amendment. But until that amendment is passed, the current law will be in force. That is how the law is.
One question. Our Constitution, Article 38F, says this right of
Emergency.
no person's religion or religious belief shall be vilified.
And
We are being called drug user, drug dealer, and being arrested.
It's emergency.
This is the Constitution.
Well, the scientific fact is that marijuana is a narcotic drug.
No, sir.
And that is, but we are addressing
No,
it.
sir. No, sir. Not a narcotic.
Anyhow, let's don't get involved in that debate.
Question. Attorney General,
Yes.
why is it that the police is allowed to come into your house without a warrant for any search or seizure? They did that to me last Wednesday, rushed into my house on Kuru without a warrant, and they took me out of my house. They said they found marijuana in my septic tank and seeds in my house, nothing on my person. And I spent 3 days in the lockup at the Highway Police Outpost. I was granted bail on Friday.
The police
Emergency.
have a power in certain circumstances
Such as?
to enter premises without a warrant. If they have reasonable ground that an arrestable offense is being committed. You understand? So there is reason, and right now, being in possession of marijuana is a criminal offense.
But I had no marijuana on my person, and yes, I was arrested.
Yeah, but you have it. Any person who has marijuana in their premises also commits
In my
an
septic
offense.
tank, they found it. They placed it in my septic tank.
Oh, they place it?
Well, I wouldn't have put my herb in my septic tank.
I don't know.
And they charged me for herb in the septic tank.
Well, okay, that matter is before the court, and we'll have to let the court address it. Your lawyer will put forward all the arguments.
All right.
But that is the system.
Thank you
All
very
right?
much.
Mr. Minister,
Yes.
I give thanks for your presence out here. I gladly favor your presence. More so, looking at our human rights, we have seen the Declaration of the United Nations for Human Rights. We have seen in the Constitution of Guyana 145.1, which states clearly that religious practice is acceptable in this country.
That has always been
The
the
Rastafari
position.
movement is a religious culture. More so, the use of marijuana plays a central role as a sacrament in the Rastafari.
Friend articulated all those views.
What I'm saying, Mr. President, Mr. Minister, I just want you to know that the Rastafari practice have nothing to do with the laws that will be amended to deal with marijuana and the citizens. Our religious rights. I'm just asking Mr. Minister to look at our religious rights and the sacrament of the marijuana, the role of the marijuana as a sacrament in the religious practice of Rastafari. What I'm saying, Mr. Minister, I'm saying that Guyanese people use marijuana, some for medicine, some for recreation. But the Rasta community, a faith-based movement, use marijuana as a sacrament in the practice of our religious service. So I just need the Attorney General to let the selected committee also know that Rasta use of marijuana is a sacrament in the practice of
my
culture.
Friend, what I am assuring you is an opportunity for you to come there and express that view.
You said
all right?
2:30 today?
No. 2:30 today, a meeting will be held to select or elect rather the chairperson of the committee, and then the committee will sit and invite you. All right?
Yes, Your Excellency.
You will be notified.
I would like to say that
General Secretary.
until that time, we will not desist from our protest. We will continue until our demands are met.
Well, I can only tell you that you have a right to protest, which is recognized by the Constitution of our country, and I respect that right and I respect the Constitution. So it's a matter for you whether you want to continue, but all I can tell you that the matter is being addressed. All right?
Mr.
Thank you very much.
I would like to ask a question. When will slavery end for us? When will slavery end for us? One question. When will slavery...
I don't know that there is slavery in Guyana. All right?
Once the weed free, we're going to implement people.